What's up, Vault Dwellers? Dan here. You know, in the summer of 1975, Steven Spielberg, he did something just unforgivable. He made an entire generation of kids terrified to go swimming. And I'm talking about my generation. We couldn't even look at a pool float without having a panic attack. But here's the thing that Spielberg, he didn't anticipate. He also accidentally created an entire cottage industry of people who watched Jaws and thought, I can do that. I've got a rubber shark, $40 in a dream. And folks, they have not stopped since. We are now 50 years deep into what I lovingly call Jawsploitation. And the waters, they've never been murkier. From Italian ripoff artists stealing actual footage from the Jaws franchise, to the Asylum pumping out Sharks movies like a factory assembly line. This subgenre is alive, thriving, and just absolutely unhinged. So go grab your sunscreen, strap on your floaties, and brace yourself, because today on Retro Vault, we're counting down 10 Jawsploitation B-movies that prove humanity's obsession with terrible shark cinema has no bottom, just like our standards. Alright, kicking things off at number 10, we have Lone Star Shark back in 2025. And let me tell you what, this one is still dripping wet. A couple trying to repair their relationship after a tragedy, they decide a fishing trip on a quiet Texas lake is just what the doctor ordered.
This weekend is all about you and me, and nature, and no distractions.
But you know what the doctor did not order? A bull shark in a freshwater lake, controlled by anonymous virtual hunters watching from their computers like the world's worst Twitch stream.
I can't get a register! Just swim back to the boat, hurry!
Now the shark, and I'm going to use that term generously here, it appears to be constructed from paper mache and just sheer determination. At one point, you can literally see the thing fold in half like a greeting card. Reviewers have called this the dumbest and dullest shark film of all time, which, in this genre, that's really saying something because the competition's pretty stiff.
Because you're fucking crazy!
But here's why this makes the list. Lone Star Shark represents the bleeding edge of Jawsploitation in 2025. Director Brett Bentham, he didn't make just one of these, he made 3 of these in the same year. I mean, that's not even filmmaking, that's a shark content machine.
I, not he, should be king of the ocean beasts.
The movie is only 65 minutes long, and it still feels like it overstays its welcome, which, honestly, is kind of impressive from an endurance standpoint.
It's not that far. Just don't look back at the boat, just keep going, yeah?
The couple on the boat, they could have just paddled to shore with an oar that's clearly visible in like multiple shots. But, you know, then we wouldn't have a movie. And I use that word movie as loosely as the shark's structural integrity.
And we're gonna get you a doctor, and you're gonna be fine.
Still, you know, the fact that someone in 2025 is making shark in a lake movies with what appears to be arts and craft supplies, this proves this genre is just never gonna die. Just like that paper mache shark, it refuses to sink.
The bigger problem is, the boat won't fucking start, and the weekend is ruined!
Forgive me.
At number 9, we're going to plunge into the unholy waters of Shark Exorcist that came out in 2015. And it's a film that answers a question absolutely nobody was asking. What if Jaws met The Exorcist? But both of them had a combined budget of whatever was in the Sunday donation plate that week. This is about a murderous nun named Sister Blair. Kind of subtle, right? Right. And she stabs a woman, dumps her body in a lake, and then summons Satan to inhabit a great white shark.
Lord Satan, accept my sacrifice! Send me an avenger!
The shark then possesses a young woman And a priest, he has to exorcise somebody.
Well, I can assure you I'm not a stalker.
The shark, the woman. I mean, honestly, director Donald Farmer, he doesn't seem entirely sure either, because the last 20 minutes of this film, it introduces 3 just completely new sets of characters and then abandons the plot like a lifeboat in a storm. This is a reported runtime of like 71 minutes, and about 15 of those are just women in bikinis standing near water, which, I mean, I'm fairly certain that was the actual creative vision for this thing.
I just felt something, Michelle! It was my leg.
The shark itself has glowing cartoon eyes that look like they were added in Microsoft Paint during a lunch break. And that exorcism scene, it involves tying someone loosely to a tree. I mean, not even tightly. We're talking loosely here.
Leave her now! She likes it free, she begs for me.
Like the knot, they were an afterthought, much like the entire script. The director is a veteran of underground horror, having directed gems like Cannibal Hookers and Dorm of the Dead. So, you know, this man knows his lane.
I will eat your flesh and swallow your souls!
And his lane is about 6 inches wide with no guardrails. This is terrible in ways that transcend the medium, and for that, I just totally respect it.
I've got to use my occult training. Mystic Shield!
Number 8 brings us Ouija Shark from 2020, and it's a film with a reported budget of $300. Not 300,000, 300. Like less than my grocery bill.
Well, I wasn't expecting this.
Director Brett Kelly, he worked under the pseudonym Scott Patrick because apparently he didn't want his real name on this either.
Do you think you are a phoebe?
And he delivers a story of a group of teenage girls who find a Ouija board washed up on a beach, and then they accidentally summon a flying ghost shark.
Okay, everybody keep your fingers on it. Everybody close your eyes and concentrate.
An occult specialist named Anthony, he then enters the shark's supernatural realm to battle it because, you know, of course he did. One of the things I noticed was the police uniforms in this film. They're just literally male carrier jackets with police patches ironed onto the shoulders. No badge, no weapon, just a jacket and a vibe.
That's not the point. I'm a lawman.
Now the ghost shark, it's essentially a still image that moves across the screen, and multiple actors, they accidentally look directly at the camera during their scenes. But you know what? This film got a sequel. Can you believe it? Ouija Shark 2 came out in 2022 and received a collector's edition Blu-ray with commentary and behind-the-scene footages, and it even got a Japanese theatrical premiere.
Mama told me there'd be days like this.
A $300 movie about a ghost shark summoned by a board game got a Japanese theatrical release. That's not failure, folks. That's the American dream.
This is for my dad, you aquatic douchebag.
Brett Kelly, he has made over 40 films, including Jurassic Shark and Raiders of the Lost Shark. And honestly, I believe the man could make a movie in his sleep. I mean, he might already have.
What the hell is that?
I think we hit something.
There's nothing here to hit. Let me take a look-see.
Be careful.
Don't worry your pretty little head, Missy.
So speaking of Brett Kelly, at number 7, we're going to talk about Raiders of the Lost Shark from 2015. And no, it has absolutely nothing to do with Indiana Jones, despite what the title desperately wants you to believe.
Oh, come on. What have fish ever done to you?
Alright, we have 4 friends who head to a private island for a boat trip, blissfully unaware that a weaponized prehistoric megalodon has escaped from a top secret military lab nearby. The shark was, and I'm just going to quote here, genetically engineered with hate in its blood. Hate in its blood.
These sharks aren't like normal sharks. These sharks are filled with hate.
I mean, that's not science, right? That's a rejected metal album concept. Oh, and at one point, the shark learns to fly. Because, why not? We're already off the deep end, right?
Flying shark!
The film opens with rolling text that reads, "This is a true story," and then immediately follows up with, "just messing with you." Now, take that as a warning for everything that comes next.
No, they kill people.
Oh no, they are nature's most perfect machine.
This was shot on location somewhere in Ontario, Canada. The movie features a shark that is literally a still photograph composited onto a moving background. I think I counted 5 severed hands washing up on the shore after a single shark attack, which means either the shark is exceptionally thorough or someone in the props department got a bulk deal on rubber hands.
Collect all the evidence. The geeks may find something in that mess and bring it all back here.
Oh, and there's this line where a deputy realizes they can't call the National Guard because they're in Canada, which might be the most accidentally brilliant piece of writing in the entire film.
This is horrible. We need to call the National Guard.
But this is Canada. We don't have a National Guard.
At just under 70 minutes, it doesn't waste your time. It just thoroughly misuses it.
Who's this?
May, meet Janet. The one responsible for all of this.
You bitch.
No, May!
Try 10 kilometers northeast. Kill, my friend.
Number 6 is Sharkenstein from 2016, and yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. In the final days of World War II, a secret experiment to weaponize sharks using Frankenstyle reanimation is shut down by the Third Reich.
Hitler has bigger plans for the work done here. Much bigger.
But 60 years later, a deranged scientist named Dr. Claus, who speaks with an accent achieved by the tried and true method of replacing W's with V's.
I stitched it together with my own hands. These hands. The great experiment will succeed.
He continues the experiments, creating a monster assembled from the deadliest parts of great whites, bakos, and tiger sharks. Then throw in Frankenstein's monster's brain, and baby, you've got a stew going. The director, Mark Polonia, he's a legend of micro-budget horror, and I mean that with complete sincerity. The man has been churning out films since the late 80s, and Sharkenstein showcases his signature blend of ambition that vastly outstrips resources.
I think it's going over.
We'll be killed!
The shark effects were handled by Brett Piper, a craftsman who prefers old-school stop motion and miniatures over CGI. And while the Sharkenstein creature looks like a toy held up to a camera,
come and get me if you got the guts, or get your master solely into you.
There is something just endearing about the tactile, handmade quality of it all. The kills, they're mostly stock footage spliced with flashes of the puppet and a screen just going red. But when Sharkenstein hits dry land and starts using its fins as legs to scurry after people, I mean, that's the kind of unhinged creativity you just can't get from a $100 million blockbuster. And man, the moment when the shark gets struck by lightning and transforms into a muscular beach bro.
Get behind me. Everything's afraid of fire. Especially Frankenstein.
Sharkenstein.
Whatever.
This is the kind of scene that makes you question reality itself. Polonia, you're just an absolute maniac. Thank you. Number 5 is a masterpiece in cinematic theft, Cruel Jaws from 1995. This is directed by the legendary Italian schlock maestro, Bruno Mattei, under the pseudonym William Snyder. Because, when you're committing this level of creative larceny, you kind of want to use a fake name. So a tiger shark terrorizes the town of Hampton Bay, Florida, and it's up to an aquarium owner, an angry sheriff, and a young shark expert to stop it.
And there are only two ways to get rid of them. Kill them or starve them.
And if that plot sounds familiar, well, congratulations. You've seen Jaws, and Jaws 2, and maybe even Jaws 3, because Mattei literally stole footage from all of them and cut it directly into his movie. And that's not an exaggeration. Cruel Jaws uses footage from all 4 Jaws films, plus additional Italian knockoffs like The Last Shark and Deep Blood. The soundtrack, it doesn't just rip off the Jaws theme, it also includes music that sounds suspiciously like Star Wars, because when you're already stealing from Spielberg, why not rob Lucas as well? And then there's the hero, played by Richard Dew, who is like a dead ringer for Hulk Hogan. Say mustache, bandana, vest, I mean the whole package. Except he's the smallest guy in the cast, and he looks up at everyone like a Hulk Hogan action figure in a land of giants.
If he realizes you're down there, he won't leave you in peace. Lay the charges quickly, light the fuses, and get the hell out of there.
The film was marketed as Jaws 5 in some countries, and Scream Factory Blu-ray was canceled because of all the stolen footage. Now, Severin Films, they eventually released it in 2020, and honestly, I think it's a must-own for any self-respecting bad movie collector. Get ready for number 4, which is Mega Shark vs. Kolossus, back from 2015, and it's the 4th installment in the Asylum's Mega Shark franchise. And arguably, it's the most insane entry in the whole series. In this movie, they're in search of a new energy source, and Russia accidentally reawakens the Kolossus, which is a giant robot doomsday device left over from the Cold War and powered by red mercury. And at the same time, another mega shark shows up. And eventually, there's this tech billionaire environmentalist who takes control of both monsters and then threatens to destroy the world's most polluting cities unless humanity cleans up its act. So basically, it's Captain Planet who has a psychotic break and access to kaiju.
This is a small price to pay for a sustainable future.
This one actually features Ilena Douglas, and she's a legitimate great actress.
There's going to be so many megalodon that nothing in the world is going to be able to stop them.
And she's in the lead role here and brings this bewildering amount of gravitas to a movie where a giant robot picks up a prehistoric shark and throws it into space to knock out a military satellite. Yeah, Kolossus literally yeets the mega shark into orbit. And then the shark, it falls back to Earth, and they just keep fighting. Christopher Ray, who's the son of a legendary B-movie producer Fred Olen Ray, he directed this like a kid who's just smashing his toys together in the bathtub. And I mean that as the highest compliment, really. The previous Mega Shark films were totally entertaining, right? But Kolossus feels like everyone involved, they just decided to go completely nuts here. There's an admiral who has a nervous breakdown and tries to launch some nukes. The villain gets stepped on by his own robot. In the final battle between Shark and Machine, it plays out like a low-budget Pacific Rim if Pacific Rim had been made like during a lunch break.
God bless America.
Number 3 is Sharknado 3. Oh hell no, back from 2015. And this is the entry where the franchise stopped pretending it was anything other than a live-action cartoon and just floored it to the stratosphere. Literally.
Mr. Shepard, this literally is one of the most secure areas on the face of the earth.
Alright, Finn Shepard, he receives a golden chainsaw at the White House just as a Sharknado tears through Washington, D.C., destroying the Washington Monument and sends it crashing through the building. From there, Finn, he has to race down the East Coast to reach his pregnant wife April, played by Tara Reid, with a prosthetic chainsaw hand, replacing the one she lost in the previous film. And she's at Universal Orlando, where the sharks are eating people on the water slides. The cameo list in this is just absolutely staggering. Mark Cuban, he's the president. And Frankie Muniz, he's a Sharknado hunting sidekick. Bo Derek, she's April's mother. And Jerry Springer, God bless his soul, he gets eaten live on air.
Please, take my picture. Real fast.
There's no time for this. You have to get out of here.
Nova, come on.
Oh, and David Hasselhoff, he's Finn's astronaut father, because the climax of this movie involves going to space.
Get ready! We only have 10 seconds to release a rocket to destroy the Sharknado wall!
Finn and the Hoff, they fly a shuttle into the atmosphere to detonate explosives in the Sharknado wall, threatening the East Coast. And Finn, he ends up inside a shark in orbit, in space, inside a shark. The film ends on a cliffhanger where fans got to vote on Twitter whether April lives or dies using some hashtags, which is either brilliant audience engagement or a sign that civilization, it's already doomed. Either way, aw hell no indeed. And at number 2, we have Sharknado 2, the second one from 2014. And this is where the Sharknado franchise went from accidental phenomenon to self-aware blockbuster event. Finn and April, they're flying to New York to promote April's book. Yeah, because, she wrote a book called How to Survive a Sharknado when sharks attack the plane in an opening sequence that directly homages both Airplane and the Twilight Zone episode Nightmare at 20,000 Feet. The subtitle, the second one, was actually chosen by a fan in a contest, and it perfectly captures the franchise's tone. Winking, self-aware, but still committed to giving you the dumbest possible spectacle with a straight face. The New York setting allows for some really iconic destruction, like sharks flooding the subway, falling from the sky into Times Square. Vivica A. Fox joins the cast, and Judd Hirsch shows up as a taxi driver, which is a nod to his role in the sitcom Taxi.
I can do this.
You can do it! Hold on, Ben, hold on!
The original Sharknado premiered to like 1.3 million viewers, which is slightly below the average for sci-fi.
It's humbling.
But the second one, it pulled in 3.8 million viewers on premiere night and became the most watched sci-fi original movie at that time. The franchise had gone from ironic curiosity to appointment television, and this installment is where they found the sweet spot between absurdity and actual entertainment. The effects, I mean, they're still gloriously terrible. Tara Reid, she still acts like she's reading from a menu, and Ian Ziering still swings a chainsaw like his SAG insurance depends on it, because, as it turns out, it literally did.
And I'm here to tell you, it takes a lot more than that to bring a good man down. A lot more than that to bring a New Yorker down.
And at number 1, it's the king of all Jawsploitation, the Big Kahuna, the movie that changed everything, Sharknado from 2013. So a freak hurricane hits Los Angeles, and waterspouts scoop up thousands of sharks from the ocean, and former surfing champion Finn Shepard, he must chainsaw his way across the city to save his estranged wife and daughter. And that's it. That's the movie.
Falling sharks!
And this thing broke the internet before breaking the internet was even a phrase people used. Here's the thing about Sharknado that people forget. It almost didn't happen. The Asylum had trouble casting anyone because no actor wanted a movie called Sharknado on their resume. So they temporarily changed the working title to Dark Skies to attract some talent. And most of the cast threatened to quit when the name was changed back.
You okay?
My mom always told me Hollywood would kill me.
Ian Ziering, former Beverly Hills 90210 heartthrob, he only took the role because his wife was about to have their second child, and he needed the paycheck to qualify for the Screen Actor Guild health insurance.
I've had just about enough of you!
Steve Guttenberg was offered lead, and he turned it down. Could you imagine that world? Anyways, he has publicly said he regrets that decision. As I said earlier, the premiere only pulled in 1.3 million viewers, which, is modest, right?
Apocalypse my ass. This isn't the end of the world.
And then Twitter happened, and hundreds of thousands of regular people turned Sharknado into a social media event. The re-airing a week later jumped to like 1.8 million viewers. Regal Cinemas added midnight screenings that sold out in New York and Boston and Seattle. The Asylum's revenue nearly quadrupled from like $5 million to $19 million almost overnight. And Sharknado spawned 5 sequels, 3 spin-offs, video games, comics, and even an Archie Comics crossover. It made Ian Ziering a household name again, and it gave Tara Reid a career resurgence. And Sharknado, it was the biggest, loudest, most gloriously stupid event in B-movie history. The scene where Finn jumps into a falling shark's mouth with a running chainsaw and just cuts his way out, that's not just a movie moment, that's a cultural moment. Sharknado didn't just ride the wave of Jawsploitation, it became the wave, and we're all still swimming in the wake.
And is heading on course through the valley and onto Van Nuys. It's about to tear through the city of...
Well, there you have it, folks. That was 10 Jawsploitation films that prove one simple truth. You can never have too many shark movies. This subgenre, it just refuses to die. And you know what? It totally shouldn't, because buried beneath every terrible CGI fin and every papier-mâché prop is something beautiful. People who love movies enough to make them no matter what. Jaws taught us to be afraid of the water, while Jawsploitation, it taught us to laugh at that fear, embrace the absurdity, and just always, always keep watching. Hey, before you go, check out these videos right here for more B-movie madness from the Retro Vault. And as always, keep it weird, folks.